Well, actually, the nonpartisan GovTrack has rated you as the most liberal senator. You supported the Green New Deal. You supported Medicare for all. You've supported legalizing marijuana. Joe Biden doesn't support those things. So are you going to bring the policies, those progressive policies that you supported as senator, into a Biden administration?
We will decriminalize marijuana, and we will expunge the records of those who have been convicted of marijuana.
Although 60 Minutes gave a nod to Kamala Harris's progressive views on marijuana legalization, the state of cannabis has largely been lost throughout this election cycle. Even though a big state Supreme Court ruling just came down this week that sits at the intersection of cannabis use and healthcare companies. If you're a cannabis connoisseur, an opioid opponent, or simply a registered voter who is looking to make a difference, you're going to want to hear this. I'm attorney Adrienne Lawrence, and this is TYT's Overruled. Welcome to Overruled, where you get to be the judge. Your case for today looks at whether the state of cannabis in this election cycle is truly progressive. Here are the 3 high points you'll want to know. First, the Massachusetts Supreme Court just issued a big ruling on marijuana use that your state could end up following. So here are the deets. A Massachusetts man named Daniel Wright got hurt on the job. He spent 25 G's on medical marijuana to treat his injuries. When he tried to get reimbursed from his health insurance company, they said no. He took it to the high court only to have the Supreme Court back the insurer's decision, refusing to let the man recoup that $25,000. Why? Well, Massachusetts, like 22 other states, have laws that say that healthcare companies don't have to cover medical marijuana. In these states, well, they didn't want to run afoul of federal law, which still bans marijuana use. So how can this election cycle change that? Well, that brings me to my second point. According to VP hopeful Kamala Harris, despite her running mate being the drug czar in the 90s, the Biden-Harris administration will decriminalize marijuana use at the federal level if Biden becomes president. And that would remove criminal punishment for pot, but it would not make it legal like alcohol and tobacco. Still, decriminalizing cannabis under federal law is progress that could inch a lot of states toward revamping those laws like Massachusetts has, so that health insurance companies are not in a position where they can refuse to reimburse medical marijuana patients. And that would be really great, because pot's a lot healthier for pain management than opioids. Then again, if you recall from the Overruled episode on Purdue Pharma, the Trump administration is trying to get the government into the opioid business. And if that happens, I can assume marijuana will remain very legal at the federal level, and Trump has really given no indication otherwise. To my third and final point. Although we've largely focused on who's going to take the White House in this election, drug legalization is on the ballot in 7 states right now. 4 states are voting on recreational cannabis use, 2 are voting to make medical marijuana legal, and 1 is considering making shrooms legal for medical use and decriminalizing small amounts. I can dig that. With 61% of Americans supporting marijuana legalization, this would seem like a step forward, and definitely even more reason to vote. Those are the 3 high points on the state of cannabis in this election cycle. Do you think they are progressive enough, or just about where we should be? Chime in below to share your thoughts and follow us for more.